Well, hi. With Corvus Corax in the background, you can hear the raven, nevermore, is Doc Martin for Zero Channel on another book review. So this one, fascinating. The Lost Rainforests of Britain. That's right, they have them, whether you believe it or not, but they're there, still barely. By Guy Shrubsole. Magnificent. Says George Monbiot. Temperate rainforests may once have covered up to 1/5 of Britain, inspiring Celtic druids, Welsh wizards, romantic poets, and Arthur Conan Doyle's most loved creations. Though only fragments now remain, they are home to a dazzling variety of luminous life forms. In this awe-inspiring investigation, Guy Shrubsole travels from the Western Highlands and the Lake District down to the rainforest of Wales, Devon, and Cornwall to chronicle these spectacular lost worlds for the first time. He was mesmerized, and actually he got hooked on it. He said, I was just flabbergasted, and they are like fairylands. This is from William Collins, Publishers. Has a few nice little plates in it. So these are the actual old fairylands. And a lot of, well, here's the original map over here. And this is what's barely left. Look at how much deforestation. A lot of it happened, I found out last night from another book, that it was World War II, because they needed a lot of the land because they were being starved out by the Nazis, or by Germany and all of that, so that they had to clear lands and stuff. And then, of course, the biggest problem today is sheep being allowed to get in there, and they're just voracious on a young thing, and they'll actually tear roots out and stuff. So, you know, there's a few deer left and all of that, but there are wonderful little glades where you do find, like, what was it called? Walton's Wood, or Twistman's Woods was one of the most beautiful little spots that he had ever seen. And it's just idyllic. And it's all defined by the western coast of Britain, and along that area, western side of Scotland has still got more probably than anywhere else because it's so far north. But it's because of the temperate waters, and I guess what we call the Gulf current is probably responsible. But they started many thousands, or, well, 50,000 years ago, or at least. So they're just idyllic, and they inspired a lot of, well, like Tolkien and all those. So the Middle Kingdom and the Middle World and fairylands. And if you go there, they said be careful because too many people used to go there, and what really messed them up back in the Victorian age was fern mania. Everybody had to build a terrarium and build ferns and all that. And they just stripped out a lot of them because they take, like, some of the warts, lungwort and liverwort and all those epiphyte and bryophyte plants that live on other plants, brackens and ferns and stuff like that. They take a long time to get started. They don't move much. They propagate by spores, not seeds, and it just takes a long time for them to mature. So when you yank one off of the tree, it doesn't come back for 20 years. So they say if you really go and visit, don't go in there too deep because you walk around on the stuff and mar up the mosses and lichens and stuff. So enjoy it lightly and sparingly. But it's a wonderful story because there's a lot of people doing these restoration projects. They're trying to do some planting again. They're trying to restrict some land, strict use. A lot of it's in their national parks or state park or country parks, you know. So they're really making a real effort to save it, but, you know, they only have 1% left after all of those years. maybe. Well, some places have a little bit more, but not much. Some of them were thousands of acres, are down to now 1 or 2 hectares. But like Wistman's Woods has doubled in its size, so now it's 2 hectares. But it's a real fight to keep going, and I think as long as they make people aware, and a lot of people are becoming aware of these rainforests and stuff. They're like the forest in parts of it in Japan or along the the Canadian West Coast and the northwestern, like Olympia, and there along the United States northwestern coast. So it's a unique niche in nature, and they're very unlike the tropical rainforest. And also the plight of the tropical rainforests are going away too. Some of them, people say they're going away at the rate of 12,000 acres a day sometimes. I don't know if that's a lot, but, well, it's slashing and burning. But that's in the Amazon. So I think they're trying to slow up there too. It just depends on the politics and who's the president. Da Silva came into Brazil and really curtailed a lot of the slashing and burning. So there is hope for the planet, and keep it green, folks, because it's all we've got. We got this book at the Tucson Pima County Library, and I hope you can find it at yours. It's a wonderful book. And keep reading by Guy Shrubsole, The Lost Rainforest of Britain. Thank you, and keep watching.